So welcome back, everyone. My next guest is a big-time newbie right now with me. I have with me Jeffery Barnes, and he is the owner of Triple Digit Communications. Welcome to the show. You got to tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you do. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's good to be here. Jeff Barnes. I'm the owner and president of Triple Digit Communications. We are a business technology brokerage and consulting firm.
Okay, so what does that mean?
That means we go in, anything that attaches to your business that leaves the room, like a phone system, phone service, internet, networking, network security, even wireless and Wi-Fi, everything. We do some IT, but mostly telecommunications. So anything, we come in, and instead of going through the whole rigmarole process of having, 15 different vendors come in and promise that they are the best and this is how much we cost, blah, blah, blah. I come in totally agnostic, and I have agreements in place with 400 different carriers, service providers, vendors. You know them all, and then some you don't know. And I'll go in, and I'm not partial to any of them, and I will do a proposal for you and put them all like in a matrix, apples to apples, and show you why. I usually narrow it down. Well, the last customer, I had 27 vendors, and I narrowed it down to the top 3, and I told them this is why, so let's discuss and figure out what is best for you.
All right, so somebody owns a business, and they're listening to this.
Okay.
What first reason why they call you is because of why?
There's several reasons. A lot of times, people right now, we're at a transition where there's a lot of things going on where people are working from home, and there's also working from anywhere, like at a Starbucks or somebody else's
A lot of
house.
people work from anywhere these days, and
Oh,
that's
yeah.
not because of the virus. That's been going
True.
on for years. I don't like it. Go ahead.
Hotel rooms, just about anywhere.
Winnebagos.
Right. So a lot of times people have older equipment and older services that don't mesh with that. Like there are a lot of what they call now collaboration tools like Microsoft Teams, different CRMs like Salesforce, and they might have those and they want to use them, but it doesn't mesh with their services. But I help that, the mobility. A lot of people come to me and say, I just need to update what I've got. Or they say, we're paying too much. Or I have chronic outages, so give me something better.
A lot of people have chronic outages.
Yes.
That's been going a lot right now because of the virus that so many people are on from
Yes.
home and so many are different than not always at work, right?
Right, and what people don't even think about, they say, oh yeah, we'll just have you work from home and you got a cell phone and you've got internet through, Cox or whatever. It's where you get your HBO from, but they don't think about things like corporate security, so they can get on their own internet, but it's not safe anymore. Maybe their cell phone is not...
Might be a good idea
yeah.
that we're safe. It's interesting that you brought that up because of what's dealing with Russia. Now
Right.
that happened to
Yes.
us, right?
Yes.
And I don't know about anybody else, but I don't care whether I'm the government or not. I still don't want anybody checking out me on my... I
Right.
know that they don't care about Carol Blonder, but you know what? They might never
Right.
know, right?
When they have access to you, they have access to everybody that you network with.
Right,
So,
that's a
yeah.
lot of people.
Right.
Wow. Okay, now when you work with people, you do free consultations with them?
Right.
Right?
Everything I do is free. You'll never get an invoice from me. You'll get it direct from whoever the vendor is that we choose.
Now you work internationally. Your website is tripledigitcom, so tripledigitcom.com.
Right, 1M.
Okay, and then it is phone number is 480-393-0550, and he's rated with the Better Business Bureau as well. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about how that works. So you come in and you got to get to know your client, right?
Right.
So what's it look like? They call
Well,
you up.
That's where the consulting piece comes in. I've always been a consultative, and I've been on the other side where I work directly with AT&T, Sprint, different carriers like that. Always in a consultative manner, but they paid me back then. So I'll go in there and I'll talk about their business, how they do it, why they do it, what equipment they're using, and I'll also deal a lot of times with their IT folks and just figure out everything, put it out in front of us, and then kind of go out and start get my feelers out there and get bids from different carriers.
So it's like, okay, the way I'm hearing it is almost anybody who owns, what kind of size of business and what kind of businesses? Does it matter?
No, I work with any kind of business, and it's funny you say what size of business. I get asked that a lot, and one time I got off a plane I was working with Raytheon Corporation in El Segundo, California, which is tens of thousands of employees. I got off the plane here in Phoenix, and my next appointment was with Dante's Hair Salon, who had.
And I happen to know those.
Do you really?
I do.
So he had two phone lines. One was for his credit card machine, and one was for hello. And
so where did that?
Another customer of mine.
And so okay, I'm going to ask you about that
Sure.
person.
Sure.
Because we have a lot of people who have started businesses. A lot of people are tiny, small, and they have two phone lines, right?
Right.
One for the merchant and one for their fax machine or whatever it
Right.
was that they need, right?
Sure.
How does that person work with you? What did they need from you? What did you do for them?
Well, if I remember correctly, with Dante, he's getting a lot of free PR here, isn't
Stop
he?
it then.
With Dante, he just wanted to get a better price. He had AT&T and CenturyLink.
It makes sense because, here I'm a perfect person too for that because I don't want to deal with that kind of stuff. I want to
Right.
focus myself on my business, right?
Exactly.
Yet I know I'm paying way too much for this, that, or the other thing, and I'm tired of calling them. I hate that, and I don't know about anybody else. To me, it's worth it to have somebody come in. It's a free service that you're offering.
Right.
See, how can I help you lower your cost of what you're already paying? Or help you find you better service,
Right.
which, oh my God, right now, if anybody's with, I don't even want to say him, but you know what it's like. Really right now it could be terrible, and you can help them. So it's a free conversation with them, and he's not charging you in any way. It's just if you find something that can help, if this works, that's what you're going to make. They're going to get the invoice from the other company. And it's
Right.
going to probably be, even if you're working with that company, it's going to be a lower invoice than you already are paying.
Exactly. You're doing my commercial for me.
I got it.
That.
I'm listening. listening.
I have to keep track of the average of how much I save people. Even though I don't always lead with cost savings, I always save people. And I believe the latest, as of beginning of February, was 37.4%. For Dante, that's a few bucks, but for Raytheon, that's tens of thousands of dollars. So.
The number to call him is 480-393-0550. He's rated with the Better Business Bureau. He works internationally. You can check him out on his website. It's tripledigitcom.com. And then, honestly, really, to me, it's worth that conversation. It is a free service
Right.
to you out there that he's going to come in and he's going to find out what can he do for you. Let's sit down and talk and see what we can do. Again, average size is probably small to medium.
Average size is probably someone spending $300 to $500 a month. But again, I just sold a taco shop out by where I live because I happen to go every Tuesday on Taco Tuesday, and I said, "What are you doing for your internet?" So. Saved them money and got them more bandwidth.
So and when I think what people find, and I know that I would probably be one who's like this too, we're afraid of change. You
Right.
get used to something and you're afraid of it. Since it's a free service for you to come in there and talk to them and see what you could do for them, how many people usually change? It would be probably a lot.
Right. Nowadays it's people contacting me, so I figure, okay, and I have no competition except other people that kind of do what I do. So everybody, when I go in there, I know I'm going to be able to help them.
How did you get the connections that you have that I don't have?
Well, I would say right off the bat, I've been in this industry, I'm embarrassed to say, for 35 years. I'm big on social media. I use LinkedIn a lot of word of mouth, a lot of references. And plus I do a little telephone work myself. So.
Right. But you know the questions to ask when you get on.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's the main thing is when you're talking. So you work with people direct, whether you're a small business, a small little salon.
Right.
It could be an in-home based business.
Yep.
So it's even in-home based businesses.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like the insurance companies, right? If you give me 15 minutes and I'll show you how much I can save you.
It usually takes a little more than that, but a lot of when people can't get what I do, I say, well, it's like an insurance broker on steroids.
Okay.
And I don't mean like this kind of steroids, but they might have 5 to 7 different carriers they're working with, whereas I have, like I said, 400.
Right, and you have a sort of a rapport with them
Right.
as well. And so they can come in. What would be your final words to everybody out there? I'm going to let you do that.
Okay.
Tell everybody what you want them to know.
Well, final words, if you just want to negotiate with your existing carrier, or if you want to save money, or you just want to come up to where, today's business world is using technology, I can help you, and it's free.
It's a free service to you out there. The phone number to call him is 480-393-0550. He's rated with the Better Business Bureau. He works internationally. He does free consultations. Everything he does is for free for you. It's tripledigitcom.com.